Hey everybody, it's Saturday, July 19th, 2025. Today is Saturday, July 19th, 2025. It's 1:27 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm rolling around in the city of Los Angeles, currently through Los Feliz right now. And I just want to recap and just give everyone a shout and a congratulations on the success of IXHL, especially to the company, to everything they've been doing and the stealth mode that they've been working in. And I'm just really impressed with the way that they have been handling this. And our only hope is that they really do have the shareholders' best interest going into releasing phase 2 top line results. As the days get closer and closer, again, it's July 19th. There's, 7 trading days left in July, right? And, we got all these rumors about how there's a medical conference and they're going to release phase 2 top line results for the OSA, obstructive sleep apnea, oral drug medication, hopefully the first in class. And it's been a very noisy week. Lots of stuff happening, and you look at stock twits. You went from 4,000 to over 6,000 watchers in 1 week. The stock price has jumped from what I bought in at 0.2064 to I think it was after hours Friday yesterday at 0.6230, and somebody borrowed 2.3 million shares or so at the end of the day, right? So we're looking, most likely Monday mornings, we're going to either, if we get the news pre-market, and that will obviously be the best catalyst ever. However, we most likely are going to get shorted by there's going to be a huge short ladder attack that's going to happen to shake you out of your shares. So, as always, not financial advice, but if anyone's new to the stock or watching my videos, or you haven't been in the game like most of us since April or earlier, but especially April, I like the April start date because it's a lot of, even us in April, we gotta, let's respect our elders, our IXHL elder shareholders. And what I mean by that is, we're sharing a lot of gratitude and a lot of success from what's been going on with the company. But, obviously it didn't start out that way, right? If you look on Reddit and you look in that, Incannex Health subreddit, that's not affiliated with the company at all, but you'll see there's a lot of really angry, bitter people that believed in this company when it was traded on the Australian stock exchange. And then when they moved it to the to the New York Stock Exchange or to the NASDAQ, they just obliterated these people, and they lost everything. They lost their entire investments. And, and so they're not going to be nice to you. You know what I mean? If you go in their subreddit and you start posting, to the moon and 420 and, all that stuff, buy and hold, you're just going to get downvoted and obliterated. They're going to obliterate you. They're going to, they're not happy people, and for good reason. But that said, that's why I like the April people. April people, you are my people. April, May, very early May people, you are my people. And, we got a winner here. We have a winner here. And if you can read between the lines, or just read the lines, and you go through all of the articles and all the SEC files, and you listen to that podcast, you can hear the company say over and over and over again, without leaking information, strategically, the narrative is that phase 2 top line results are going to be explosive. They're saying it without saying it. And then, here we are. Okay, so let's talk about my position so I can help you think about your position, okay? So I started out day trading this stock in April. I made a few $1,000s on some volatility, At one point, I bought 20,000 shares at like 40 cents. It went to 60 cents. I sold that day. And I didn't know anything about this stock. It was a pre-market mover. I jumped in like an idiot. Don't do that. Not financial advice, but do not just jump into a stock because there's tons of volume pre-market, or you're seeing some volatility, or you're seeing a stock jump in some pre-market scanner, right? Like, don't do that. That's the easiest way to lose your money. But I did that day. And so what happened was I got lucky and I made, I don't know, a few $1,000s, didn't think about it again. And, went on to trading, whatever, regular AI stocks, small caps, etc. But keeping my eye out for different, penny stocks here and there. I don't really like penny stocks that much. They're too risky. Then on May 14th, I saw that it was moving again, and I jumped back in again. I made some more money there. And then May 15th, I watched the price go from $1.06 a share on a huge spike to back down to 26 cents a share. And I said, there's got to be something to this stock. And that's when I started doing the research, and I started pulling every SEC file, and I would copy them and I would paste them into ChatGPT. And I began to learn everything there is. I asked the questions that I needed to ask, and welcome to 2025, where dumb money is now. We changed our name to AI money, right? We're no longer dumb money. We are AI money. Okay. So what I did was, how fast you can learn about a stock now. A year earlier, if I needed to know everything I needed to know about this stock, it would take me hours to days. Now, I think within 8 minutes, I knew everything I needed to know. And I took a position as if I was my hero, Roaring Kitty, because I saw the potential for a first-in-class sleep apnea drug. Because sleep apnea, as we all know, is this horrendous mask. And it's like Silence of the Lambs. You got to wear this mask in a machine. And think about all the people that that date or whatever, that they have to put these masks on. They start dating someone, and they got to eventually disclose to them, hey, I got to put this, scary mask on. Or your other option is like an invasive, they make a surgery, they make a cut, they put something in you. I don't know, put some meter in you or whatever. Anyway. So first-in-class OSA, obstructive sleep apnea, oral medication, right? And of course, from looking at it, I was like, psilocybin, cannabis? Come on, man. What is this, man? What is this, Tilray? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Are they, is this a joke? This company must be a scam. They're using mushrooms? Wait a minute. I love mushrooms. I'm clean and sober now for a few years, 2 years and a month or so. But one thing I love was mushrooms. I loved mushrooms, and I smoked weed my entire life. So when I heard it was like cannabis, psilocybin, and Dronabinol and this and that, I was definitely apprehensive, and I had to look deeper and deeper into the stock, deeper and deeper into it, to find out that and then also that very, very helpful podcast, to find out that this is the real thing, that these guys are not scam artists. Yes, there was some toxic financing that took place in the between 2018 and 2023, and yeah, you got an army of people that are just viciously bitter and angry and filled with hate toward any new investor because they lost their shirts, man, when that thing got changed to the American Stock Exchange. But hey, what was the board supposed to do? They have to trade in the New York Stock Exchange. They have to trade in the American Stock Exchange. They had to do what they had to do. So anyway, okay, here we are today. Let's get back to where we are today, July 19th, 2025. The last week was amazing. We went from a bunch of people that were holding, I'm assuming I was holding 60,000 shares, then 50,000 shares. And I'm trying to pull over so I can focus on talking to you guys. Then 50,000 shares. And then, so then I'm holding 50,000 shares at 20 cents, basically 0.2064. And then we went through these weeks and weeks and weeks. The last 4 weeks, we're going through weeks and weeks of this, like going down a penny, up a penny, barcoding. Then we're all thinking, hey, this thing is, it's being manipulated. That's what's happening. It's the at the market is happening, and they're raising $50 million. And then there's theories on that's what's been going on the whole time. They've been raising as much money as possible. That's why for 6 weeks, we're watching it, barcode. But I will say this about it. If you noticed, it didn't dip and dive down. It didn't crater. It did that one Friday afternoon after hours, right? Remember that? When it went down to 15 cents and 13 cents. And, a lot of us called our broker. If you're on a brokerage account, I know I did. I called up Merrill Edge, and I was like, I need to place a buy order on block security. I need to place a buy order on block security. It's IXHL. And I got this kid on the line, and he's and I'm trying to buy as many more shares as I can. And he puts the order through, he reads me the tape, and I'm like, oh, thank God. And I'm like, yes. And I get off the phone, and I look, and he placed a market order for Monday. So I didn't get it. I didn't get to average down that day, but a lot of people did. Anyway, so here we are. It's Saturday, July 19, 2025. We're talking about IXHL. Everybody loves it now. We got a big party happening. We were early. I don't know. We're the April early club, April, May early people, right? Then you have the bitter, angry Australian crew. They were the OGs, So we wish them the best. We want to tell you guys, we're with you guys. We're not against you guys. We want the best for you. And if we all hold our shares, and if we all try to understand what's about to happen here, and I'll get to this now. Let me try to focus on this, okay? So let's talk about my position, so that way you can relate, and we can find some relation here. Okay, so May 14th, I'm in a position of 50,000 shares at 0.2064, almost 21 cents a share. I'm holding with you guys for all of this. It pops up to, I don't know, whatever it was, 38 cents last week. Then yesterday, we're watching it at 38, and I'm thinking to myself, actually went to 42 cents, right? Thursday or Wednesday, I went to 42 cents, and I'm thinking, okay, then that's double my position. And I start to think to myself, I've never protected myself in an investment like this. I'm always looking for that big swing and then get out on top, take my money and run, which is, again, listen, no judgment, but I realized after, like I said, I know some of you guys know, I pray and I meditate every morning. Every morning, as soon as my eyes open, I throw a pillow on the floor and I pray and I meditate. That's why I'm called Pray, Trade, Repeat. I think that's my handle, right? And so the more I've been meditating and praying and about this stock, what I've realized is that my perception is too limited. It's way too limited. I started to realize what we have here. So what we have here is this. So again, we get to a point where now it's at 42, and I start thinking to myself, well, if I cut this in half right now, my 50,000 shares, and I sell 25,000, I'm going to take back my entire cost of $10,320. So I did it. I cut it. Well, at that day, I wanted to do it on Thursday, right? Or Wednesday or Thursday, whenever that went up to 42. And then it did, and then went back down into the 30s. And I was at work. I was on set, working on a TV show on Netflix. I work as a detective in a precinct on a TV show on Netflix. I don't have lines. I don't talk or anything. I'm in the SAG-AFTRA union, and my job is to actually, as you can tell, I look like a cop. So I make the actors that talk look real. That's my job. I'm like furniture. Anyway, I do have lines every once in a while, but they're not in big budget shows. Not yet anyway. But again, we're talking about limited beliefs, right? So I can't speak these things into existence. I got to be careful. So let's get back to the stock. So Friday morning, I wake up at 4 a.m. after seeing, oh man, I missed the 42 cents. I missed the chance to be able to sell half my shares. Friday morning, for some reason, I got up. It was like 4 a.m. on the dot. And I'm looking at the phone. Because 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know where you guys are, but that's when the pre-market opens. And I look at it, and it's over 42 cents. It's like 41 cents. And I didn't even think. I just called my broker because I have to call Merrill Edge because it's a block security. I said, I want to place a trade on block security. They said, sure, what do you want to do? I said, I want to sell half of my 50,000 shares at 42 cents. And they're like, done. They read the tape back to me. And then, of course, I went back to sleep. I wake up an hour later yesterday, and it's at like 50 cents. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what a stupid mistake. What did I do? And I watch it go all day long up to the 60s, 65 cents. And then, you know, today's Saturday, it's the next day. And I realized what I did was probably the smartest thing I've ever done in investing. And I took back my costs. So now I'm riding with 25,000 shares free. I checked my position this morning on Merrill Edge, and it's at 18 cents. So I have 25,000 shares at 18 cents for free of Incannex Health Inc., right? So what is Incannex Health Inc? Rheumatoid arthritis, general anxiety disorder, and possibly the best first-in-class OSA sleep apnea, first time ever pill form for sleep apnea that's going to be released. So when I talk about limiting beliefs, and then I'm starting, you know, my entire last 24 hours in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm watching everything, watching the Edgar SEC page. So let's talk about that really quickly. So just if anyone's new or doesn't understand how this works, I'm at the point where I trust the company, but don't trust me. This isn't financial advice. You have to watch the SEC Edgar filing page. You should have it on your computer. You should have it on your phone. You should refresh it. I don't care if it's Saturday, Sunday, refresh it. IXHL Edgar SEC filing pages, always have it on. So I'm refreshing it yesterday. I'm watching you guys on Stock Twits talk about it on Twitter. I'm posting memes. I'm on Reddit. And I don't see any bad information at all, man. I just see better and better reasons to stay in the stock. And then I realized that my beliefs are limited. I'm limiting my beliefs, thinking that, like, you know, oh, what if it goes to $1 or $2 or $3? Dude, like, what if this happens? What if phase 2 top line results are incredible, and then along with it, they also release PR that says something like, no new dilution without shareholder approval, or something else like, at the market completed, $50 million raised, no further dilution necessary to complete phase 3 clinical trial, etc., right? Along with the top line results, right? Or possibly even along with general anxiety disorder positive news, right? So at this point, if we look at the clean cap table and we look at what's been happening and the way the CFO and the way, you know, Joel has been managing this, and what he's done for the shareholders right now. And I know there's a lot of angry people that are like, they just hate this guy. I honestly, everything that this guy has done and his silence is so well respected by me, because they have not leaked anything. They've not done anything. They're playing this like ninjas. And so I'm not going to limit my beliefs. What I've decided is and this is, not financial advice. This is my position, and I'm trying to identify with you guys, right? So what I've done is, forgive me. I sold half of my position. I took back my entire cost, and I'm riding free. I have 25,000 shares of one of the most amazing companies, free. All right, at a cost of 18 cents a share. Guess what? I'm never selling. Let me repeat that. I'm never selling. I'm not selling at 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not selling unless this thing goes to like $100 a share, because I don't have any risk, right? And this is a company that's about to, is so groundbreaking. The first ever oral sleep apnea medication. People can just take those stupid masks and throw them in the garbage, put it out on the curb. You know what I mean? I suffer with general anxiety disorder and panic disorder. And I have friends that microdose and use psilocybin. So, they're streamlining that as well. That's already happening. So they're just taking it to market with the GAD, right? So you have a company that is potentially set to be, the company in terms of marketing pharmaceutical and new pharmaceutical first in class, OSA, general anxiety, and rheumatoid arthritis. Look, that's like the number one clinical trial. If you look up clinical trials, what the first thing that comes up is rheumatoid arthritis. It's the easiest clinical trial to get picked for, or to get screened for. But it's very difficult. No one's found a cure for that, I don't think, right? So, look, I'm with this company. I'm not selling, man. I think I'm so blessed, and I just want to, praise my higher power, which I choose to call God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and even Buddha. It's all like a salad to me. I pray, I meditate, and I ended up in this stock, and it just came to me. And the position I'm in right now is I'm free riding with 18-cent cost on one of the best possible setups of a lifetime. And I wish you guys all the best. If you're not holding a big position like me and you're looking for some advice on what do you do, if it's a small position, if you're holding, hundreds to thousands, and you're looking to swing trade and make money, then sell into the spikes. Go ahead. I honestly, if you can hold on to your investment though, it's going to be the best thing for you, because this is a solid company. Okay. And the only thing that would deter me from this thesis is if, of course, I watch the Edgar SEC filing page, I watch for the PR, and I don't even want to talk about it, but if there's negative PR, if they come out and says doesn't meet efficacy or this or that, the other thing, or underwhelming results, or you see an S3 filing or an SB4, whatever that S45B or 45SB, whatever that's called, and just because you see those, don't freak out. Okay, they could be reporting like the most amazing news, money-wise. You got to take those reports, filter them, analyze them, use AI. Remember, we are now AI money, not dumb money. And So, those are the only thing that could go wrong is if like why would this guy at this point? Why would this company at this point doing so well and being like just positioned so well in this industry and with the groundbreaking drugs, why at this point would they just pull the rug out and gut us? They're not going to do that, right? They're not lying, right? The first thing I did was ask ChatGPT, AI, Gemini, Google, everyone, is this company a scam? This is back in April. And as soon as I found out it wasn't, I was all in. So, not financial advice. Look, a good target for me, if you want to know my opinion, not financial advice, I'm thinking 1.20 to 3.20 within the next week. I'm thinking Another run like drug, like the company drug, is possible. There's about 80% dark pool short interest that's not being reported. They have to cover those shares. So yeah, it says like, you know, there's 4.5% short interest covering in 0.5 and a half of a day it's going to take. That's what we see on the lit exchange. What you don't see in the dark pools also has to be covered. And you know, that could cause a parabolic run with the right PR. So it's all up to Joel Latham. It's all up to Incannex Health and the CFO and whatever Newswire and however it's going to be worded. It's up to those guys, because if they report positive phase 2 top line results along with great clean cap and great financial information, and you know, at the market completion, no new shareholder dilution and all this stuff, and they do this the right way, just hold on to your seat, because it's gonna be an insane ride up to the moon. All right, everybody, good luck. I'm looking forward to next week. It's been amazing partying with you. This has been such a great party. I'm so honored for all the followers that follow me, that even listen to what I have to say. If you listen this long, oh my God, right? And as always, I'll always reply to you guys. I follow anybody who follows me. You follow me, I follow you back. Anybody who's on that has 0 followers, I block you. You don't have any. You don't follow anybody, you're blocked. You know what I mean? You follow me, I follow you back. You know, it's all love. We do this together. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great week. Let's make some money. I'm not selling now. The position that I have, I'm holding it. I don't care if it goes down to like 4 cents. I'm holding it until it hits like $100. But you guys do you. Not financial advice. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. It's beautiful. Watch a movie. Go to the gym. Go to the beach.